Cherry season is in full swing, and you can't go wrong this time of year with whipping up a fresh cherry pie. This morning I'm joined by Lisa Lewinsky, owner of Sister Pie and the 2014 Comerica Hatch Detroit contest winner. Lisa, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
We're getting ready to bake up a cherry pie. What steps do we have to go through to make a delicious cherry pie?
Sure. Well, first I always recommend making your own pie dough from scratch.
Wow.
Takes a lot of practice, but it makes all the difference with that flaky crust. Then you have to, get your sour cherries and you have to pit them. We usually use a paper clip to pit our cherries. We sort of like flip it open and then just stick it in the cherry and pull the pit out. It's really simple. So that takes a little bit of time. And then what we do is we
That could be something that you could, if you have kids, you could actually use free labor. I mean, kids.
Totally.
To do, right?
Totally, yeah. So this is actually a sour cherry bourbon pie that we're making. So we put the cherries in a bowl with some bourbon, some raw sugar, some orange zest, and tapioca starch, and a little bit of salt. It's actually kind of similar to the flavors of an old-fashioned cocktail.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna mix this up a little bit, and then I'm gonna grab my crust that I've actually already rolled out.
Okay. Right
here. And something that I really dislike in pie is when the crust gets soggy when there's fruit.
Yes.
So what we do is we actually spread a very thin layer of cream cheese on the bottom.
So what does that do?
So what it does is it kind of creates a shield between the crust and the fruit, so that when the fruit starts to, cook up and all those delicious juices come out, this cream cheese sort of acts as a little bit of a barrier.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so that's that. And now I'm just gonna pour this filling, oh boy, right on in there.
All right.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
And it really does smell wonderful. And you mentioned an old fashioned. I get that smell.
Yeah,
of it with the cherries and the orange zest.
It's one of my favorite cocktails ever. So every time we make this pie, it's kind of just a wonderful day in the kitchen.
Now, in addition to what you're gonna do the lattice.
I'm gonna do the lattice, do a little weaving, yeah. But feel free. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I always forget to put the butter bits on top.
Oh.
So these are the butter bits. Just add some delicious fat while the pie is baking. But anyway.
I was gonna ask what else you guys do in addition to pies.
So we sell pies, cookies, we do salads, breakfast and lunch. We're located in the West Village, which is a neighborhood actually that Comerica Hatch Detroit has invested a lot of time and money in, which has been awesome for us as a business to be able to kind of reap the benefits of that and have our business there. But it's really a neighborhood spot, so we try to make sure we have a little bit of everything so that we can really be kind of serving the community with the food options that we have.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and how long does this go into the oven?
So what we like to do is we'll stick this in the freezer after we've assembled it, just because the crust gets a little bit warm when you're kind of crimping it. Yep. So we'll stick it in the freezer and we'll turn our oven up to 450 degrees.
Okay.
Then you'll egg wash the pie, stick it in the oven for 15 minutes at 450, and then you'll just turn the temperature down to 325, and you'll bake it until it is bubbling in the very center.
Well, Lisa Lewinsky, thank you so much for joining us, owner of Sister Pie, the 2014 Comerica Hatch Detroit Prize winner. We'll be back with news, weather, and traffic after this.
But you are off the market. I am off the market.
Congratulations.